Welcome to Life with Steph, Beth. I'm Stephanie, and today we have a slightly structured video. I wanted to share with you my experience of trying out HelloFresh. As someone who is not sponsored, I did sign up using one of those influencer codes or something like that to be able to get a certain percentage or a certain amount off of my deliveries, because that was really the only way I was going to be trying this. To me, this just sounds very bougie, very fancy. However, it did turn out to be very convenient and probably did end up saving me money in some respects, because once I get like in the mode of trying to actually make food, I like put this whole list together, and by the time I get the whole list together and do the shopping, and thankfully I've been being able to do pickup most of the time for that, and put everything in the fridge, that day usually ends up not being a cooking day, and then usually that continues because it's just a lot of things and I don't have a lot of direction. So having exactly what I need, exactly how it's supposed to go, all laid out, really helps. Now, there was one week where I did not get to all of my meals and I felt bad, and I ended up waiting and like holding some of the ingredients that could hold for longer, and then got some more protein myself separately because I felt bad, and I did want to try it. So what I found really great with HelloFresh, again, was it arrived at my doorstep with everything that I needed. However, over time, obviously the price was going up for me because percentage off or amount off was slowly declining because of the promo offer. How to the ever again. I am interested in using it every now and then, I still think, because it would help to actually have home-cooked meals. So other than the price, I really don't have a big issue really with anything. I do think that some of them could be easier to prepare. So when you first sign up, you go through a whole thing where you end up telling them like how many people, how many meals for a week, for how many people, that kind of thing. I believe if you click around, you may be able to preview the menu for that week, but usually you're not gonna be there fast enough to get that week's anyway. I don't know. I'm confused. All I know is when I signed up, I wasn't able to see the week's meals before I paid for it, which really was annoying. So when you first sign up, like, I don't know if I did something wrong. So I couldn't see the meals and the menu until I was done with the payment, which I did not like. However, every other week past that you can, and you can actually look ahead 2 weeks as well. I learned that you can skip weeks, which is really nice. I am still in the process of skipping a week, so it's like holding on to like $10 off a box or something like that for one of them, because I keep pushing it back for various reasons. So you can always skip weeks, you can look ahead at menus. If you're not really seeing things you really like, then you can just skip it. You don't have to get stuff that you're not really pleased with or doesn't sound that good. I will say that the recipes aren't really that difficult to follow, and they're interesting. They're definitely things I most of the time wouldn't really think to do my own self, but are like not crazy like fancy chef meals that I wouldn't actually want to eat. For the most part, I enjoyed them. My husband is a much pickier eater than I, so he didn't enjoy as many of them as I did. However, he did enjoy some that he didn't think he would at first, until I kind of made him a plate and made him eat it. So I think there were only like 1 or 2 that kind of flopped, and I know one of them was my fault because I ended up burning stuff and then it just kind of made all the sauce and everything just taste not good. But I'd probably not return to that recipe again. However, pretty much everything else is really good. I just didn't like the amount of prep for the ones that I would choose, so I like to choose ones that were different, but I avoided spicy stuff because if it wasn't something that Justin, my husband, was super interested in trying, then he wasn't gonna eat it. He likes spicy, I don't. So it had to be something I was guaranteed to at least give a try. I did go out of my comfort zone with a few of them, but definitely, you know, avoided spicy things. There's just stuff I'm like, none of that sounds very good to me. You will want to make sure that you have lots of salt, pepper, oil, both vegetable and especially olive oil. So as someone who's not paid to be happy with them, I really did enjoy it. I didn't try any of their like extra things, so you can actually buy like extra meat and stuff from them if you want to, or you can actually get more gourmet that tends to be like fancier meats and stuff like that, like actually steak, even though we've had steak before. that wasn't extra charge on the menu before. But you can get like extra stuff for extra charges. I didn't really want to do that, so I didn't. But from just like the normal box and trying it out for a few weeks, I really do like it. And I would suggest it to you if you're someone who is like me and you're not really on top of like managing all the things that goes into trying to keep up with like actually like making all this food and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Something you will want to make sure that you have on hand, things like knives and cutting boards, stuff like that. Pans, kind of obvious stuff. Almost everything I had like needed butter, and that does not come with it unless if it's a special like garlic butter blend, which they've had before, but they've had me add butter to a lot of the dishes. So that's definitely something you need to make sure that you have on hand. It will also tell you what extras you need or what you need to pull out, but if you want to know beforehand and just in general, those are the things you'll definitely want to have on hand. As well as a peeler and or a grater. And maybe that's completely normal to you, but I guess I'm just not very fancy with my food and didn't need all of that stuff all the time. However, the rest of it they pretty much take care of and have in packages for you in the exact amounts that you need, and you just follow the instructions and go with it. I'm not a huge fan of the cost, but the quality is pretty great. And honestly, depending on where you live, I don't know if it changes because the food price might be a bit high here because our food cost grocery wise is usually pretty low in Oklahoma, but I don't know if it varies from where you actually are. It does come in a box that's like refrigerated. Basically it's an insulated bag inside of a box with frozen ice pack type things. Maybe for you, if your grocery in your area is kind of high, then it actually might be a really good deal. I'm not sure. It depends on where you live, I think. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. If you enjoy random videos from me, you can hit that subscribe button if I'm going to upload for the week. It's usually at Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll see you whenever I next upload. Bye!